Congratulations, Hawkeyes, and welcome to the University of Iowa's 2020 Fall Commencement. Obviously, we're recognizing your graduation in a relatively unique way. We would much rather have celebrated with you and meet your friends and family and shake your hands in person. So while our celebration is virtual, please know our pride in your accomplishments remains as strong and bright as at any Iowa commencement in the past. You are a very, very special class of Iowa graduates, having finished your studies during a global pandemic that's been unprecedented in our lifetime. Throughout it, you have shown commitment and resilience in completing your degrees, and you have set a great example for our whole campus community. As always, we stand together today as Hawkeyes with strength, purpose, and pride. Now, today, many of you are gathering with others. Could be family members or friends or mentors. And those loved ones are very important in the process of your getting here. And any commencement is, in fact, a recognition not only of your accomplishments, but the team who got you here. So today, we also want to thank and recognize the family members, friends, teachers, mentors, and many others who have supported you and aided you in your success. Soon, you'll be moving on to a new phase in your life, whether it be professional, personal, community, and maybe even educational. You should know that you have been central to the excellence of this university while studying here. And you have, in fact, contributed greatly to our campus community, as well as the larger community in our region. And looking forward, we are very, very grateful that your future accomplishments will always be part of our proud Iowa legacy. We know that you will represent yourself, your university, and your profession with honor and integrity, and that you will make all the people in the world better through your talent, your compassion, and your newly minted knowledge and skills. We will always welcome you back to your campus, and we hope you might join us in the future for another in-person graduation. Once again, congratulations, good luck, and best wishes for great success in the wonderful years ahead of you. Please know we are very, very proud of you and all you've accomplished and all you've done for us. And very importantly, remember, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye. Go Hawks.
Graduating students, family, and friends, I'm honored to join President Harold in bringing greetings from the University of Iowa on this very special occasion. I know this is a very different commencement celebration than what you've imagined. But even though we're at a distance, I'm sure you know that today you are surrounded by the best wishes of your peers, family, friends, and the faculty and staff who have cheered you and supported you along the way, and who are all so proud of you. And even if I can only be doing this virtually, it is no less of a privilege and a pleasure for me to celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of our graduating class of fall 2020. Graduates, you should be so proud of what you've achieved. Please know that we could not be more proud of you. We are honored to have traveled with you on this part of your academic journey. In addition to receiving the highest quality education inside and outside the classroom, I am sure that during your time here, you have built up a wealth of special memories and formed friendships that will last a lifetime. You've also faced some truly daunting challenges, including these unprecedented past 10 months, and you have navigated them with resilience and determination. Those qualities, experiences, and relationships will serve you well no matter where your journey takes you next. As you leave this university, you are carrying on a long tradition of excellence. So go forward with confidence and do great things. I know you will always be proud to be a graduate of the University of Iowa, just as I am, and just as we will always be proud to claim you as a member of the Hawkeye family. Congratulations, class of fall 2020.
Hello, class of 2020. Like you, I wish we were sharing this commencement ceremony in Carver Hawkeye Arena. But even so, I'm really happy to recognize your accomplishments and celebrate your graduation with your family, friends, and classmates who are with us from across Iowa, the country, and the world. What a journey you have been through as a student, starting your Hawkeye career with all the joys and excitements of a college experience, but now finishing in the middle of a pandemic and much societal unrest. You've worked hard during your years at Iowa and then stepped up to face the intense challenges with coronavirus, with deep resiliency and a commitment to your education. Through this, you have inspired us. Thank you. We can't say it enough how proud we are of you and how you have responded to the world around you and have adjusted. Congratulations on a job well done. And we are excited to learn about the wonderful things that will be in your future. I know each and every one of you will be transforming the society for the better. No one knows what careers will exist in the decades to come, and we can't predict all the challenges that our society will face in the future. But we do know that you are up to any task that comes before you. Your University of Iowa experience has planted in you a lifelong thirst for knowledge and a rich understanding of the world and its diverse citizens and cultures. Thanks to your liberal arts and sciences education, no matter your major or area of expertise, you are able to communicate persuasively, think creatively, adapt quickly, and understand the value of the human spirit, all of us working for the good. You're open to emerging ideas and technology, and you're prepared to work with people from different backgrounds to solve problems and develop new frontiers. All of these qualities are precisely what employers are looking for and what communities need. You are ready to succeed in any career you choose and any dream you pursue. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty and staff throughout the university, I offer my warmest and deepest congratulations. Again, thank you for your commitment to your education and to the society you will lead. On Iowa, and go Hawks.
In 2006, the faculty of the University of Iowa voted to begin conferring honorary degrees upon individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary and sustained achievements in research, scholarship, education, artistic creation, social activism, human rights, humanitarian outreach, or other endeavors consistent with the values of the University of Iowa.
On recommendation of the Honorary Degree Selection Committee, I confer on Ellen Stofan the honorary degree Doctor of Science. Congratulations.
It is my honor to introduce today's honorary doctorate recipient, Dr. Ellen Stofan. Dr. Stofan is the John and Adrienne Mars Director of the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum and one of the leading international experts on space and space exploration. Her expertise centers on understanding the geology of Venus, Mars, Saturn's moon Titan, and Earth. Her scientific reach is broad, and her passion for scientific discovery comes through as soon as you begin talking with her. Dr. Stofan has several important connections with the University of Iowa, and we are so pleased to have her with us today. Her space research has brought her in contact and collaboration with faculty and researchers in our very own Department of Physics and Astronomy on several occasions. In addition, she was selected to give a public lecture by the University Lecture Committee in 2018. During her visit to Iowa City recently, Dr. Stofan delighted numerous groups of students with her stories and advice about working at NASA. When she visited my large general education astronomy course, she answered questions from students for the entire class period and assured students, from business majors to journalism students, that there is a job for everyone at NASA. In her public lecture that evening, she argued for greater diversity in STEM and more opportunities for technological innovation through advancing space exploration. The daughter of a rocket scientist, Dr. Stofan grew up watching rocket launches and collecting interesting rocks and fossils. When she realized she could combine these interests, she studied geological science, first at the College of William and Mary for her undergraduate degree, and then at Brown University, where she earned her doctorate. Dr. Stofan has published extensively and received many awards and honors, including the Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers and the NASA Distinguished Service Medal. Much of her career has been spent at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and more recently in University College in London, where she is also an honorary professor. In 2013, she was appointed as NASA's chief scientist, a position that she held until 2016. During these years, she served as the principal advisor on NASA's strategic planning and programs, helping to develop a long-range plan for humans to go to Mars, among many other initiatives that support cutting-edge discoveries in planetary science and astrophysics. We are delighted that University of Iowa has selected Dr. Ellen Stoffen to receive the Honorary Doctor of Science, and we welcome her as a brand new Hawkeye alumna in spirit.
Hello, I'm Ellen Stoffen, the John and Adrian Mars Director of the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum. I am pleased and honored to be with you virtually today. Let me start with the most important message. Congratulations. I'm sure this isn't what you imagined for your final semester at the University of Iowa, but you have made it. You adapted, you formed new habits based on the challenges you faced, and you have officially crossed the finish line. And that resilience, that resolve that allowed you to complete your degree in the midst of a global pandemic is exactly the spirit that I want you to take away from this experience and apply as you take on your next adventure, whether it's another degree, a new job, or the pursuit of an idea that will change the world. This past year, we have all received a crash course in coping with unimaginable circumstances. And I know that students have felt that in unique ways that will shape how you approach challenges moving forward. Because you will face challenges in your professional life, that's a given. But it's all about how you respond to those challenges. I am honored that the University of Iowa has decided to confer upon me an honorary Doctor of Science degree. And then I consider, what would I have thought when I was in your shoes, attending my own college graduation, if you had told me that one day, after I had earned my master's and PhD degrees, that I would be honored with more, that the work that I would do in my career would have the kind of impact that would result in today's recognition. I would have been excited and daunted and ready to get to work. But just like every person you will see on your screens today, I had to live out my own journey to get to where I am now. I knew from a young age that I had an interest in space and geology, but I had to figure out where to go from there. I didn't initially think about working for NASA, even though my dad did, because my experience was that everyone at NASA looked like my dad. As I had internships and received research opportunities, I didn't encounter a lot of people who looked like me. So it took some time for me to truly see myself in the roles that I aspired to fill, to know with confidence that I could walk into a room and command the respect I had earned by virtue of my education and my experience and my research, despite preconceptions from others, because I was a woman. If the first part of my career was underpinned by a resolve to prove that I could be a successful woman in science, the next will be spent sharing that message with others and lifting up the next generation of incredible female scientists. That is why joining the National Air and Space Museum in 2018 was an obvious next step for me. I have the privilege of leading this museum as we work on our most audacious project yet, a complete reimagining of our location in Washington, D.C. And a big part of that process is re-examining how we tell the story of human flight to an increasingly diverse 21st century audience. And as we dig into the stories of aviation and space, we see the theme of resilience come up again and again. You don't have to look far into the history of aviation and space to find incredible women, their stories so relatable and recognizable that their inspiration transcends just the aerospace community. We have so much to learn from the ability of these women to persevere and go confidently in the direction of their dreams. Like Bessie Coleman, in the early days of aviation, she dreamed of flying, but American flight schools didn't admit African Americans or women. That didn't stop her. She was determined to achieve her goals. So in 1920, at the age of 28, she left her job, packed up, and moved from Chicago to Paris to learn to fly. And as a result of her tenacity, she became the first African-American woman to earn a pilot's license. When she returned to the U.S., she took up barnstorming, performing stunts at aviation shows. And even as she worked to make a name for herself, she stood up for what she believed in, defying expectations in the process. In an era of intense racial prejudice and Jim Crow laws, Bessie Coleman would only perform in exhibition shows if the crowds were desegregated. Bessie didn't let other people hold her back. She charged forward and seized opportunities, even those that weren't readily available to her. We also see resilience in the Apollo 13 mission, which celebrated its 50th anniversary this year. There are many who call this mission NASA's finest moment, and it's obvious why. 3 astronauts on their way to the moon faced with an explosion. A saga characterized by unknown odds, tense moments, and innovative solutions. The astronauts and the team back at Mission Control knew that failure was not an option. They had to find a way to bring those astronauts home, and they did. The Apollo program shows us what teams of people can do, what we as a country can do, when we really put our minds to it. We can land humans on the moon, we can bring astronauts back from the most dire of circumstances, and we can achieve what at first seemed impossible. While they're not all quite this dramatic, almost every artifact in our museum tells the story of resilience. And what excites me most is thinking about what comes next, what great innovations are in our future, destined for a place alongside history in our museum. As you move forward in your life, you have this amazing degree to jumpstart your ability to be resilient, to defy expectations, to defy preconceptions, and to figure out how you can innovate and contribute in whatever field you choose. Thank you again to the University of Iowa for this honor, and congratulations to this semester's graduates. We can't wait to see what you will achieve.
I grew up playing with Play-Doh, though back home we call it plasticine. Have you ever noticed the smell? Or the way it feels in your hands? It's rubbery and a little greasy. But when I was little, what I loved about Play-Doh was the fact that I never knew what I was making until I was making it. I would just pick it up and the freedom to make whatever just took over. I could make a village, my family, all of the above. It just changes right before your eyes. But do you know what else has gone through a lot of change? You. We all came to the University of Iowa a different person than the person we are now. Chances are you look a little different, you feel a little different. But most likely, your goals are different now than what they were when you were a freshman. But let's back it up a bit. Do you remember when you were a freshman and your one goal was to figure out what you wanted to major in? Well, at that point, picking a major was like picking your entire future, and you don't want to mess that up. When I came to the University of Iowa as a transfer student from Malaysia, I declared myself an English major. The thing was, I had never taken an actual literature class before. All I knew was that I loved to read, and that was the only thing that got me excited. But what did an actual English major do or look like? I had no clue, and I was terrified. But I came to Iowa, and I took those English classes. I met some friends and professors who helped me along the way, and I found myself thinking, oh, maybe I'm not too bad at this. Maybe this is my thing. And so, by the end of that semester, I could comfortably call myself an English major. Finally. The next semester, I took a fiction writing class, my very first. I was always too afraid to write anything of my own. But one day, a famous writer rolled into Iowa City and said something that made me feel less afraid. She said, writing is 90% agony and 10% actual writing. And so I wrote my first short story. By the end of that semester, I was an English and creative writing major. The following semester, I performed in my first play at Iowa. Long story short, by the end of that semester, I was an English creative writing major with a theater arts minor. And I continued to change in the semesters after that. I discovered that I loved designing. I performed in more plays at Iowa. I took a job at the English department. I participated in magazines and clubs. I found myself. And just like that, I was nearing the end of my journey at Iowa. My last semester. Spring 2020. Every class I ever took, everything I threw myself into changed me. All this, the sum of my experiences at Iowa, felt like they were crystallizing. I was nearing the end of my chapter here, and I was happy with everything that Iowa had given me. But then, as we all know, the pandemic hit and plans changed. Personally, I had to postpone graduation until December, but others lost lives, jobs, and all sense of normalcy. We stayed in and protected those we loved. But then we took another hit. On May 25th, 2020, George Floyd was murdered by the police, and the country faced a reckoning unlike anything I've ever seen in my 3 years at Iowa. Black Lives Matter became the resounding call to action across America and the world. The world changed, and so have we. But you know what? In the midst of change and uncertainty, the world also revealed to us who we truly are. We, the graduating class of 2020, are resilient. Last semester, we were sucker punched by having to pivot to online classes last minute. And we still got up for round 2. I never expected to spend another semester at Iowa, but I'm so grateful that I did, because this semester, I learned to find resilience in the face of destruction. I got to do things I never would have been able to do otherwise. Most notably, I got to be a part of a student petition called Change U Iowa English to demand racial equity at the English department. We have since established a permanent Change U Iowa English committee to help continue the work that we have started. And here we are at the finishing line, graduating. We have our degrees, but more than that, we have a reminder of all of our accomplishments made in the thickest of fires. In spite of every Zoom call we had to brave, in spite of all the senior year experiences we had to miss, in spite of the fears, the anxieties, we did it. And with the help of our families, our peers, and our professors at the University of Iowa, we've changed in ways that no major or degree will ever adequately reflect. And as we go into the future, we will again be pushed to change. But you've proved to yourself and to the world that if there's anything you can do, you can change. And it will be for the better.
President Harold, I am pleased to present to you the assembled candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science degrees. These worthy and approved candidates have completed all of their requirements for degrees, are recommended to you by the faculty of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences for the conferral of these degrees.
On recommendation of the faculty of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science as qualified and designated.
Class of 2020, congratulations. You are now official college graduates. Now it is time for the part of the program where we individually recognize each graduate. We are proud of every student who has met the demanding requirements that we set for the attainment of a degree from the University of Iowa College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We note with special pride and congratulations those students who have earned the highest grade point average that qualifies them for graduation with distinction, with high distinction, and with highest distinction. Congratulations to you all.
Kelsey Faith Abe, Philip Anthony Abruzino, Alexa Taylor Adolfino, Sydney Scout Agnew, Sukaina Mirza Albazroon,
John A. Albert,
Amani Sediq Ali, Emily K. Allen with University Honors, Fabiola Alsina, Morouj Al-Suleimani, Kaylee Marie Ammons, Pallav Anand, Grace N. Anderson,
Samir A. Ansari,
with distinction, Marissa Antone, Edward Apple, Laura Michelle Ahrens, Abigail Courtney Asher, Salma Terab Asharif, Michaela Lee Askren, Anthony Azano, Ethan Michael Babcock, Mekai Baklig, Mohammed Badreddin, with University Honors, Emina Bakalbashich, Casey Nicole Ballantyne, Casey Baller, Kelsey Lee Baller, Ethan Carl Balvans, Caitlin Elaine Banning, Emma Deneen Bauer, Rebecca Nicole Bauer, Dylan Bauman, Delaney Ann Bumgartner, Carolyn Elise Baxter, Connor Bedford, Amelia Rose Bendler, Dylan Benton, Austin Michael Bernhard, Cameron Jane Barridge, Jordan Paul Bibby, Banco Bikar, Anna Bixby, Leah Mary Blask with University Honors, Madison Rose Bachman, Andrew Joseph Bone,
Madison Ayame Bolokovitz,
Madison Bonner Palmer, Catherine Ann Borchert, Brianna Bork, Morgan Liney Bowker Jr., Samantha Bradley, Connor Matthew Brady, Darian Brandt, Mariah Christine Breeze, Jacob Stewart Bressanelli, Lindsay Jane Brewitt, Vanessa Marie Brewitt, Ronald C. Bryant III, Weston Allen Buckner, Sidney Beeler, Matthew Thomas Burr, Max Benjamin Boonim, Blair Birds, Shelby Lynn Burgess, Quinticia Rose Bergen, Sadie Rose Burke, Yi Wen Kai. Diana Carolina Camberos. Patrick John Carberry II. J.C. Nicole Carey. Michaela Ann Carlton. Maria Amanda Carminato. Karina Carreras. Madeline Renee Carver with highest distinction. Taylor Nicole Cassian. Pei Chi Chen with university honors. Cassandra Chia with highest distinction. Alexandra Chiselko. Thomas James Christopher. Rachel Shaylin Chun with university honors. Ashley Elise Clark. Eva Clark. Blake Coffey. Carissa Colon.
Julia Christine Comer.
With university honors with distinction. Danielle Elizabeth Comator. Amber Marie Conger with high distinction. Hannah Grace Conlisk with distinction. Brandon Jacob Cooley. Jaslyn Jean Cornelius. Dominic Crossland Corso. Amy Elizabeth Courtney. Nathan Alexander Cowan. Parker K. Crispin. Gina Crom. Mary Rose Cronin. Emily Winnell Cronquist. Matt Crook. Sophie Ruth Culver. Jeremy Curran. Haley Joan Deschler. Amber Lynn Dale. Elizabeth T. Dang. Michaela Daniels with high distinction. Natalie Marie Doherty. Vanessa Giselle DeBach. Kristen Lori DeLue. Drew Jean Demeny. Serena Maria Diaz. Benjamin Digman. Emerson Mackenzie Dignan. Win-Kee Ding with university honors with distinction. Colton John Dinsdale. Ethan James Dockendorf. Eva Marlena May Dolan. Madison Lang Driscoll. Ashton Elizabeth Drish. Nathan Donahue. Lauren Donahue. Lee Kathleen Durian. Nicholas Bryson Dussold. Daniel Carter Dworkin. Emily Ann Eckholm. Francesca Dior Ekstrom, with distinction. Alexi Maeve Edmonds. Jacqueline Noel Egamo. Jennifer Lynn Acree. Brady John Eichide. Marum El Janidi, with university honors with highest distinction. Lorenzo Elon III. Justin Elsner. Haley Danielle Erickson. Ernesto Alejandro Espinosa Beltran. David Anthony Ewing II. Ryan Fearwither. Carly Lynn Ferreira. Endalcachu Bizone Filfilu. Carissa K. Feldheim, Andrea Elizabeth Flack, Madeline R. Flashenream, Claire Margaret Fleming, Maddie Rose Flusser, Jacob Harry Foos, Abby Marie Fouts, Kate Marie Frankovich, Christina Freeman, Sydney Emma Fry, Elizabeth Marie Fuller, Mackenzie Fuller, with distinction, Devin Thomas Gaines, Zhujing Piao Gao, with distinction, Jana Elise Gary, Tyler Gazinski, Nathan Geiger, Jake Gilland, Graves Gladney, Erin Elise Glenn with University Honors, Cooper Lawrence Gady, Sabrina Ray Ganois, Lauren Marie Goodwin, Jack Grabe, Brianna Joy Grant, Caitlin Ann Grebner, Vaja Grigalashvili, Shelby Groman, Nina K. Grover, Chiyang Guo, Emmeline Louise Haig, Asjad Sufyan Haj, Erica Lynn Hammond, Zaya Hahn, Reagan Scott Hansen with University Honors with high distinction, Chris Harris, Mark Hartsgrove Moores, Nicholas Hawkins, Colin Hayes, Emma Catherine Hayes, Alexis Lorraine Healy, Michaela Hylison, Nathaniel Jean Hendricks, Kaylee Elizabeth Hendricks, Catherine Sarah Henry with highest distinction, Nicholas Emil Henson, Adam Ray Hermson, Chelsea May Higgins, Noah James Hilgendorf, Ellie Louise Hill, Molly Lynn Hill with University Honors, Jamie Lynn Herstein, Natalie Beauvais Holmes with distinction, Madeline Josina Hoswell, Brady Nicholas Hauser, Landon James Howell, Ronika Tu, Christina Leanne Hunter, Nicholas Gordon Houston, Carly Rose Iakello, Corina Eiler, Jessica A. Irby, Loren Jackson, Eric Daniel Jacobson, Sydney Cheyenne Jellison, Brandon Benton Johnson, Matthew James Johnson, Adam Richard Jose, Elijah J. Jones, Jacob Allen Jones, Miranda Jean Judd, Liam Clark Caboli, Lauren Elizabeth Kaminsky, Tyler Nicholas Camp, Brittany Rose Kelly, with University Honors with High Distinction. Cody Kelly. Lexi Marie Kelly. Carson Kephart. Austin L. Kurska. Lauren Rose Kiefer. Morgan Leigh Clarenbeek. Lily K. Clower. Elizabeth Marilyn Klein. Jarrett Napper. Ashton Bailey Knickrum. Cole Jacob Knott. Katie Elizabeth Knox. Kiana Raylan Knutson. Alexandra Catherine Koborowski. Lexi Renee Cole. Anna Lee Concher. Elias James Contopolas. Stephen Matthew Kaprovich. Eleni Fani Koutsounakolis. Walker Allen Cramey. Nathaniel Orion Gerard Krieger. Alyssa Lee Creamer. Dakota Krogmeyer. Valerie Marshall Kunkel, with distinction. Jacob H. Lamb, with University Honors with highest distinction. Jory Anita Lamp. Shannon Rose Landers, with University Honors. Chandler G. Longman. Austin Jordan Lara. Anne-Marie Lasourde. Molly Marie Leahy. Brendan Tyler Lorette. Annika Lewis. Shiwen Lee. Yumeng Lee. Lucy May Leoto. Thomas William Licata. Kayla Faith Limberg. Erica Nicole Lindgren. Abigail Grace Ling. Joa Michael Linhart. Natalie Thea Lipman. Peyton Marie Little. Zachary Robert Lively. Benjamin Thomas Livingston. Xavier Loomer. Yvette Lopez. Sarah Elizabeth Lopez. Charlotte Lotenstein. Michaela Nicole Love. Alexa Ray Mockstead. Jacob Daniel Mace. Nathan Mock. James A. Mahoney IV. Mary Grace Mahoney, with University Honors. Tori Myers. Jake Maish. Emily Grace Manders. Sindhuja Manivanan. Alec Pierce Martikoff. Sarah McGee Martin, with University Honors. Caleb Trent Martin. Mara Francesca Martino. Alyssa Maskow. Chris McBride. Haley Lynn McCormick. Peter McElmeal. Shannon Hughes McGuire. Hannah K. McHale. Patrick McCann McEntee. Gerald Austin Joseph McKenna. Allison McComb, with University Honors. Dalton Michael McLaughlin, Brianna Jo Medberry, Christina Lynn Mendiola, Dakenya Daja Meredith, Jalen Micah Mertens, Alexis Lynn Mesher, Alicia Ann Metzger, Sean Metzger, Lauren Marie Michelson, Jade Miller with University Honors, Jordan Michael Miller, Quinn Corrigan Miller, Sydney Rebecca Miller, Caitlin Marie Minton, Caitlin Nicole Meisel with University Honors with Distinction, Sabra Mitchell, Matthew Robert Moon, Michaela B. Morton, Daniel James Mullen, Thomas Musa, Melissa J. Musser, Nathan Anderson Mullinek, Danish Nassim, Ava Catherine Nelson, Danielle Newman, Joshua Benjamin Niemeyer, Morgan Jean Nichols, Jordy Day Nielsen, Matthew Joseph Niemeyer, Walter Nims, Iman Nofaresti, Nathan Nungchana, Jason Richard O'Day, Grace Allison Oath with University Honors, Sharon C. Okeke, McKenna Joe O'Leary, Kayla Elizabeth Olafson, Allison Page Olson, David Painter, Emily Palmersheim, Mackenzie Paper, Morgan Marie Parker, Morgan Parthamore, Michaela Josephine Patseus, Keely Rose Paus with University Honors, Justin R. Pakin, Haley Marie Pearson, Paige Morgan Pearson, Amelia Dawn Peterson, Megan Dawn Peterson, Charity Ann Pettit, Reese John Phillips, Christina D. Pitiola, Geetali Chandra Piakarska Guanel, Chelsea Pesh, Kara Alice Perot, Katie Prins, Jordan Pulliam, Tyler Radcliffe, Anthony Rasmussen, Alex Jordan Raichi, Samantha Nicole Ray, Samuel Carl Reinhold, Lindsay Marie Rello, Jacob Reyes Torres, Colin Zachary Thomas Richards, Dustin Ray Reiber, Drew Anthony Robinson, Sparkle Latisse Robinson, Luke Robson, Stephanie Raquel Rodriguez, Kyle Ripke, Dana Julia Rosner, Toria Lynn Rogers, Kara Danielle Roger, Matthew Ryan Rawleck. Braden Willis Rawlig, with university honors with highest distinction. Jackson Dennis Rolling. Caitlin Nicole Rausch, with distinction. Alexandra Reba Rowell. Julia Marie Rojas. Avery Ruffcorn. Spencer Ruths. Sergio Sanchez. Callie Ann Sandow. Adrian Sandersfeld. Jacob Benjamin Schmidt. Gabrielle Elizabeth Snodderst. Abriana Annalise Schuriers.
Haley Schroeder.
Isaac Robert Schropp. Parker Greg Schuster.
Alex Michael Schwaderer.
John Michael Scorsa. Karen Sell. Samantha Eve Sewell, with university honors. Shuangfei Xiao. Trevor Michael Shores. Darian Marie Showalter. Shelby Smale. Lauren Elizabeth Smetzer. Eleanor Bell Smith. Megan Smith. Amanda Mary Spars. Corey John Specht. Jacqueline Carenza Spiegel, with university honors with distinction. Allison Marie Steer. Margaret Catherine Steinberg. Brenna Gray Stephenson. Brianna Nicole Sturzenbach. Blake Allen Stickley. Sarah Jane Stortz. Jeremy Struder. Aaron Jason Stumbaugh. Steve Stick. Michael Garte Sulu. Brian Edward Shepkovich. Jacob S. Tinker, with university honors. Kately Helen Toohey. Luke M. Torres. Rachel Marie Totora. Bulaga Chapin Tusinglo. Abigail Noel Travers. Rihanna Linosha Triplet. Austin Tullis. Austin Yule. Ethan Albert Unger. Brandon Vargas. Anna Catherine Varley. Arturo Villalobos. Barrington Wade. Blake Allen Wade. Alexandria Lynn Wall. Emily Elizabeth Wall. Jane Hua Huang. Weiqi Wang, with university honors. Alexandra Watson. Megan Weisenbeck. Maria Elizabeth Wells. Taylor Ray Wessling. Sam White. Lauren Elizabeth Whitney. Kelsey McKay Willett. Nikhil Willoughby. Sydney Danielle Wilson. Carly Nicole Witherill, with high distinction. Izzy Wutan, with highest distinction. Peng Wu. Rong Gain Ji. Won-Jae Yang, Caleb Young, Hannah June Ewan, Cody James Zelmer, Su-Shun Zhang, Daniel Aaron Ziegler, Peter Andrew Zucker, Jill Zulke.
Congratulations, Abby. We're so proud of you.
We're so
Yeah,
proud.
you did it.
My humans are so proud of Kate Lee Tui for getting her Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design. Happy graduation.
Congratulations, Marissa Antone. I'm so proud of you and all the hard work you put in. I love you, and go Hawks.
Go Hawks!
Sydney Wilson, we are so proud of you. Congrats on graduating.
Once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye.
Hi, Vanko. Congratulations on your graduation. We are so proud and glad of what you have accomplished. I know how this is important to you, for you have worked so hard on this. But this is only the beginning. As you pursue your big dreams, know that you would always have our love and our support. So again, congratulations for a job well done.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I congratulate each and every one of you graduating today. Today is a wonderful day for you, for the university, and for our state. Iowa has long been known as a state that values education. That is a core value of the Regents' mission. The pandemic has changed our lives and certainly made many things more difficult. Through this, you have persevered through unprecedented circumstances to achieve your goal of receiving your degree. Commencement is when we fulfill the most essential mission of Iowa's public universities. Graduating talented people like you who will go on to make a positive impact on our society. Celebrating your graduation today in a different way is only one of the higher education changes we are experiencing, one of the changes we are experiencing in higher education right now. Though today's ceremony is not a traditional format and not what you were expecting when your college career started, this in no way takes away from the tremendous accomplishment of graduating. The common theme of all commencement ceremonies is that we celebrate the value of education and your achievement. As you embark on an exciting new chapter of your life and the many personal and professional successes ahead of you, take pride in being a graduate of the University of Iowa, one of the great public universities in the nation. You should be proud of the people that have helped support you and helped you to this significant threshold in your life. Rest assured, they are extremely proud of you. Receiving a degree is one of life's truly great moments. Once again, congratulations to all. The Board of Regents, State of Iowa, is very proud to now call you an alumni of the University of Iowa.